SummerSlam is 25 days away, and we have a lot to go over, so let's get through it as quickly as we can. First off, the WWE Championship matches. AJ Styles defends against Samoa Joe. This is the first time that these two have faced off in WWE, at least to my knowledge. They may have happened before, maybe at a house show. Maybe it's happened on the Raw and I don't remember it. Or SmackDown and I don't remember it. But maybe in a tag match even. But as far as I can remember, this is the first time since they've faced off in probably since the TNA days. But this is going to be a great match. There'll be a lot of matches that will surprise a lot of people. And this is a hard pick because I don't know. I will go with Joe just because I want to see a title change at the SummerSlam for the World Championship. It's probably not going to happen with Brock, but at least we can have that. I would not be surprised if AJ retained, though, but I'm just going to go with Joe. Next up, the SmackDown Women's Championship. Carmella defends against Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch won against Carmella last night on SmackDown, giving her this opportunity at SummerSlam. Again, I'm thinking, just because of Ronda, I don't think Carmella will lose the title. However, Ellsworth was fired last night, so she's all alone again, so this could be potential for Becky to win the title. I wouldn't be surprised if Becky won, but I'm going to go with Carmella just because there is going to be a title change with the Ronda-Alexa thing. I just don't think it'll be this match. Even though this is, again, another tough test for Carmella, I think Carmella will find a way to win. Next up, the Intercontinental title. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. This is a rematch of the Iron Man match, which is a rematch of the match of Raw, which McIntyre interfered. And if McIntyre interferes again, Ziggler will retain. However, Seth could win this title again, but I'm going to go with Ziggler just because the McIntyre's in there and something could happen. Next up, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens with the Money in the Bank contract on the line. This match, this kind of match doesn't happen often. So, it's interesting. Especially with whoever wins this match has the potential to cash in against Brock Lesnar later on in the show. Just depends how that match goes. I will say this. Owens having Money in the Bank would be great, especially with what probably will be the main event. And we'll get to that a little later. But with what the main event is going to be, I feel like Owens winning would be great. But Braun is a monster for a reason. You have to keep him strong, literally, because look at the size of this motherfucker. He's a big guy, and that doesn't always mean victory. However, Owens did win in the cage match because Braun tossed him off the top of the cage through the table. Technically, that means Owens escaped the cage first, meaning he won the match. However, I don't know if Owens will be ready in 25 days because, I mean, you take a fall from him like that, and the way he was taped up, I don't know if he'll be 100%. So I'm going to go with Braun just based on that. But I would not be surprised if Owens won. And finally, the match nobody wanted to happen is going to happen yet again. As Brock Lesnar defends the Universal title for the first time in a long time. I think I want to say since Greatest Royal Rumble, maybe. I think that's right. Maybe wrong, but against Roman Reigns yet again. They are trying to make Roman what he is. And I would have preferred Lashley and Lesnar because we could have got some kind of Lion's Den bullshit. Even though that probably wouldn't have happened. But, you know, it would have been interesting to see that happen. Something like that due to both of their MMA backgrounds. However, I am not going to pick either man. I am going to pick that whoever wins the Money in the Bank match will cash in and become the new champion. However, if that doesn't happen, I will pick Brock just because Roman having the title, no one wins in that situation. Except if they cash in after the match. But no one wins in that situation. They've been trying to push Roman hard for the past several years. It is not working. It will probably never work. So why do this? I mean, I get it. You have to replace Cena as someone to be the guy. But someone else could be the guy. Not saying Roman's not doing a good job. He's trying his damnedest, but it's not going to work. It will never work. And for that, I will say Brock retains, and we don't see the title until Survivor Series. So with that being said, SummerSlam is a little under a month away, and there'll probably be more matches, especially with a lot of the titles, especially next week with Tag Team Tournament on SmackDown continuing. So that'll be something to look forward to as well.